Hey YouTube, this is RobbleNuts1 here, and today I'm here to do a review for Gravity, and share my thoughts. Gravity is a disaster type film. In space. And it's directed by the same director who directed Children of Men, one of my all-time favorite films. Gravity is a space disaster film, and it stars George Clooney and Sandra Bullock. Sorry for the light. And yeah, the story begins with this repair team trying to repair one of the satellites, and disaster strikes when a satellite explodes. Similar to what I guess things like Homefront and the Red Dawn film say that would black out most of America. I think something like North Korea, not that I'm saying the North Koreans would do this, but something like a North Korean explosion that hit one of the satellites, it starts sending shards across the Earth. And it crashes into one of the satellites that this team is working on. And we then have Sandra Bullock's character just floating in space. And we see we see what would happen to a space girl if this ever happened. I felt that this movie, whilst good, it's very, very visually appealing, I think. They did space really, really well. And the film was really, really good. But I did feel that Sandra Bullock's character was one of the weaker points in this film. She freaked out over every little detail. It was ridiculous. You would think this is gonna turn into a bit of a rant now, so sorry. But why would you train a doctor to... why would you train a medical doctor and send her up into space? At least I think she's a medical doctor. They just call her a doctor. I don't know what she's a doctor of, but she clearly shouldn't be up in space. B, what training did this woman have exactly? I know she's recently just joined, she only had a couple of months training, really. But come on. She ignores all of the protocols that you would think would be trained for an astronaut. And she just ignored them. She freaked out over every little detail. Some of the physics in this film were totally unrealistic. Now, I realize the fact that this is a movie. And I realize the fact that there are certain creative choices you can make. But, like, there's a scene that shows one of the astronauts' faces. Okay, he's just going to ignore the fact that that guy wouldn't be there. Like, the guy shouldn't even be there. You know, because when... Here's what I understand about space. Maybe I don't know a lot about space. But just the physics that they presented in this film wasn't realistic. And I get that throughout the film. Any male actor could have played George Clooney's role. I felt George Clooney would have been in there more than what was presented. But he wasn't really. And anyone could have played him. That's the thing. Anyone could have played that character. And maybe even have played him well. I mean, he was okay whilst he was there, I guess. Again, I didn't feel like Sandra Bullock's, character was anything special. But throughout the film, I kept thinking Superman for some odd reason. Like, if you remember in Superman, in the Man of Steel film that came out, this year, where Superman is rushing up into space, I kept imagining that, that Superman would just rush in and save the, and save these people. Don't know why, I just did. So, any people who do fan-made trailers, there's a good idea. Gravity and Man of Steel put together. Make it happen. Other than that, the film was okay, I guess. I mean, it wasn't anything special, but it was very visually appealing. Is this film watchable? Should you go see it? Yeah, I guess. I mean, I guess if you wanna go see a film for the hell of it, why not? But I don't feel like the film... Like, I feel like the film is a rental. Like, rent the film, go, and see if you like it. I don't think this film is particularly worth watching on a full screen. So thank you for listening to me, and I shall see you all later for another movie review. And next time it will be Hunger Games. Bye. See you then.